Everyone loves the word Dolby Atmos, but here's the truth. Most people buy the wrong soundbar thinking they're getting real Atmos sound. In 2026, the market is full of flashy models, fake height channels, and confusing specs. So before you waste your money, let's break down 5 real mistakes that can completely ruin your Dolby Atmos experience. Hit subscribe, like, and drop a comment for what you want to see next on Interface Craft. Mistake number 1. Thinking Dolby Atmos means real Atmos. This is the foundation of everything. When people see the words Dolby Atmos, they assume the sound will automatically become 3D, layered, and immersive. But Atmos is not a guarantee of experience. It is only a format, a technology, and that technology still depends on how your soundbar physically delivers it. Most budget and mid-range soundbars today use something called virtual Atmos. And virtual Atmos tries to simulate height and surround sound using software processing. It pushes sound in a certain pattern and hopes your walls reflect the audio in a way that creates the illusion of overhead sound. The reality? If your ceiling is too tall, your room is too open, your walls are uneven, or your seating position isn't centered, virtual Atmos falls apart instantly. The sound has nowhere to bounce, so it just ends up sounding like ordinary stereo audio. Real Atmos requires real upward-firing speakers, physical drivers angled toward your ceiling that project sound upward so it reflects down from above. That reflection is what creates the overhead, rain falling above your head effect. Without upward drivers, you are not hearing Atmos. You are hearing Atmos processing, which is not the same thing. And here's where people get frustrated. They buy the soundbar, set it up, play their favorite Dolby Atmos movie scene, and wait for the height effect to kick in. But nothing happens. It sounds flat. It sounds normal. And they think the soundbar is bad. When in reality, the problem began the moment they believed the label on the box meant guaranteed immersion. The solution is simple. If you want real Atmos, buy a soundbar that has physical upward-firing height speakers. Not virtual surround height simulation. Not sound expansion processing. Look for the words upward-firing channels or true 3D height audio output. Your ears will immediately hear the difference. The sound doesn't just fill the room, it moves through it. And now that we've cleared that up, the next mistake is even more common. It's the reason many living rooms and bedrooms never achieve full cinematic sound, even with the right hardware in place. Before we go there, stay with me. The next part will probably explain exactly why most soundbars end up sounding thin, hollow, or overpowering, especially in small spaces. Mistake number 2, ignoring the room size and acoustic shape. This is the silent destroyer of Dolby Atmos performance. And it's the mistake almost everyone makes, even after choosing the right soundbar. People assume audio is like video. If you upgrade to a better screen, you automatically see better picture quality. But sound doesn't work that way. Sound is alive. It interacts with your room. It reflects off your walls. It gets absorbed by your furniture. It bounces, it spreads, it decays, it travels differently in every environment. So here's the truth most people overlook. The same soundbar can sound mind-blowing in one room and terrible in another. Let's say you buy a Dolby Atmos soundbar with real upward-firing speakers. On paper, it's perfect, but your room has a vaulted ceiling, or maybe it's overly open on one side, or the walls are textured, irregular, covered with curtains or panels. Suddenly, the audio reflections that Atmos depends on can't bounce the way they're supposed to. The height effects weaken, the spatial imaging collapses, and instead of a dome of sound, you get a forward-locked soundstage. All the sound feels like it's coming from directly in front of you. This is why someone leaves a review saying, "This soundbar changed my life. It sounds like a theater." And the very next person says, "I don't hear any Atmos at all." Waste of money. It's not the soundbar. It's the room acoustics. Small square rooms tend to create stronger reflections, sometimes too strong, causing reverb or echo. Large open living rooms tend to lose height effects because there aren't enough surfaces to reflect sound downward. Low ceilings create more intense height audio, sometimes overwhelming and bass-heavy. Tall ceilings can make Atmos feel distant, like it's happening somewhere far above instead of overhead. So the solution is not buying the most expensive soundbar. The solution is choosing a soundbar that matches your room's shape and layout. If your room is small to medium-sized, you benefit most from upward-firing height drivers, a calibration microphone, and moderate bass output, not overpowering bass. If your room is large, open, or tall, you need more speaker channels, stronger directional projection, possibly rear wireless satellite speakers to build the dome of sound around you. Because here's the key insight. Atmos doesn't just come from above. It surrounds you. It moves. It breathes. Once you understand that your room is part of your sound system, just like the soundbar, the subwoofer, and the content itself, you unlock the ability to experience Atmos the way it was actually designed. We're about to go deeper because the next mistake is what turns great soundbars into muddy, boomy, sloppy messes, especially when movies get loud. And this one almost nobody talks about. Mistake number 3, thinking bass equals quality sound. This is one of the most common and one of the most destructive mistakes people make when they buy a Dolby Atmos soundbar. The belief that bigger bass means better audio. We get it. When you play a movie trailer or a battle scene and that subwoofer kicks in, you feel it in your chest. It's addictive. It makes you think, yeah, now this is real home theater. But here's the thing most buyers never realize. Bass is supposed to support the soundtrack, not drown it. When the bass is too strong, too loose, or too boomy, it starts swallowing everything else. The dialogue gets harder to understand. The subtle height effects become muffled. The fine details, a distant raindrop, the rustle of wind, the echo of footsteps, disappear behind a blanket of low-end noise. You don't notice it at first, because bass is emotional. It grabs you. It feels powerful. But over time, the sound starts to feel heavy, muddy, and lifeless. You'll notice yourself turning the volume up during movies because the voices sound distant. Then you'll turn the bass down because everything shakes too much. Then you'll start thinking, maybe I bought the wrong soundbar. And in reality, the soundbar might be excellent. The real issue is the balance. Good Dolby Atmos isn't just loud. It's precise. It's layered. It has space and dimension. You should feel bass when it matters. Not all the time, not everywhere, and definitely not drowning out the rest of the scene. So what's the solution? Choose a soundbar with smart bass management and real tuning control. Look for systems that allow separate voice enhancement, adjustable sublevels, automatic room calibration, dialogue clarity, or center channel boosting. Because when the bass is balanced, not overwhelming, everything else becomes clearer. Explosions feel impactful instead of bloated. Dialogue becomes sharper. Surround movement becomes more realistic. Atmos height effects become noticeable and immersive. This is the moment where movies stop sounding like loud noise and start sounding like a story unfolding around you. But we're not done, because the next mistake is the one that kills Atmos completely. Even when you have the perfect room, the perfect setup, and a great soundbar. It's the reason many people never hear true Atmos, even though they technically own an Atmos soundbar. Take a breath, because mistake number 4 is where most people lose the entire experience without even realizing it. Mistake number 4, using the wrong content source. This one silently destroys Atmos. This is the mistake almost nobody talks about, and yet it's the main reason why so many people buy an expensive Dolby Atmos soundbar and then never actually hear true Atmos. They think the soundbar is the problem. They think the room is the problem. They think the subwoofer tuning is the problem. But the real reason is far simpler. They're not feeding the soundbar Atmos audio in the first place. Here's the reality. Not all streaming platforms deliver Atmos the same way. Some apps offer real Dolby Atmos, some offer compressed Atmos, and some don't offer Atmos at all, even if the movie is labeled as Atmos. And then you've got the device streaming it, which is another problem entirely. For example, let's say you're streaming from a basic smart TV app. You might think, well, my TV supports Atmos, so it should just work. But if that TV can't pass eARC, or if the app only supports Dolby Digital Plus Atmos, the watered-down version, you're not really hearing the spatial detail you paid for. Instead of rich, three-dimensional movement, you're getting a compressed, low-bit, simplified version of the soundtrack. It sounds fine at first, but it has no depth, no vertical space, and no air between sound layers. It's like going to the most beautiful theater in the world, but someone hung a thick blanket over every speaker. This is why many people think Atmos is a gimmick. They've never actually heard it. The same movie can sound insane on Netflix and completely flat on Disney Plus, depending on the device you're using. The same Atmos soundbar can sound cinematic when connected through eARC and forgettable when connected through ARC or Bluetooth. Bluetooth Atmos? It doesn't exist. It's just stereo wearing a costume. If your soundbar can't receive the full Atmos signal, there is no Atmos. No matter what the box says, no matter what the display shows, no matter what the streaming app claims. So what's the solution? Use the right playback source. The most consistent, clean Atmos experiences come from a streaming device like Apple TV 4K, Fire TV Cube, NVIDIA Shield, connected to your soundbar via eARC, with high bitrate Atmos content enabled in settings. It's not about buying more equipment. It's about sending your soundbar the audio it deserves. Once the pipeline is clean, source device, HDMI eARC soundbar, Atmos comes alive in ways that genuinely change your room. Voices sit perfectly centered. Rain feels like it's falling from the ceiling. Helicopters actually circle you in real space. This is the moment where Atmos stops being a feature and becomes an experience. But now, we're heading into the most expensive mistake of all. The mistake that leads people to overspend, feel disappointed, and sometimes even regret the entire purchase. It's subtle, it's psychological, and it affects almost everyone. Mistake number 5, assuming bigger and more expensive means better Atmos. This is the mistake that hurts people the most. Not because it wastes money, but because it crushes the excitement they had when upgrading their home theater. People look at Dolby Atmos soundbars the same way they look at TVs or phones. The bigger one must be better. The one that costs more must perform more. The one with the longest spec sheet must be the most cinematic. But Atmos doesn't work like that. Dolby Atmos isn't primarily about volume, size, or driver count. It's about precision, placement, and how sound interacts with your room. A huge soundbar with poorly tuned, upward-firing drivers can sound worse than a smaller, well-designed system that's actually engineered to use your room as part of the soundstage. I've seen people spend $1,600 on a high-end Atmos system and walk away disappointed. Not because the soundbar was bad, but because it was the wrong match for their environment. Here's the truth most advertisements will never say. Your room decides more than your soundbar does. If your room has a high ceiling, upward-firing drivers aren't going to bounce sound downward accurately. If your room is open on one side, the soundstage will float away instead of surrounding you. If your couch is pushed against the back wall, rear channels can't create depth or distance. So what happens? The buyer thinks the soundbar is overhyped. They say things like, "I don't hear overhead sound." Atmos sounds the same as normal surround. It doesn't feel immersive. But the problem was never the product. It was the match between the soundbar and the environment. And this is where the emotional part comes in. A less expensive, properly chosen Atmos soundbar, placed at the right height, aligned toward the listening position, paired with the right streaming source, and calibrated to the room's acoustics, will always outperform a more expensive soundbar that's simply dropped into a space without thought. Because Dolby Atmos is not just sound. It's interaction with space. It's the way audio moves, expands, lifts, and surrounds you. It's the architecture of sound meeting the architecture of your home. This is the moment where someone goes from buying equipment to building an experience. So instead of thinking, "How big can I go?" ask a better question. What system is built for the room I actually have? Because when the scale, placement, tuning, and room shape lock together, even a mid-range Atmos system feels jaw-dropping, cinematic, and alive in ways that specs alone can never explain. Now, we've gone through all 5 mistakes, but we're not done yet. Because the value of this video isn't just avoiding mistakes. It's knowing what to do next, clearly, confidently, and intelligently, without getting lost in tech jargon, marketing hype, or influencer noise. So in the final part, I'm going to bring everything together. A simple, real-world roadmap to choosing the right Dolby Atmos soundbar in 2026. No confusion, no overthinking, just clarity. Final wrap-up and smart buying guide. So now that we've exposed the 5 biggest mistakes people make when buying a Dolby Atmos soundbar in 2026, let's bring this home clearly and confidently. Because here's the truth. Buying a soundbar isn't about chasing the biggest numbers or the newest logo stamped across a box. It's about choosing the right experience for the room you actually live in and for the way you enjoy movies, music, and gaming. And when you understand this, every decision becomes easier, even enjoyable. Let's slow down for a moment and walk through what really matters when choosing your Atmos system. The first step is understanding your space. Atmos relies on sound reflection, vertical imaging, and spatial layering, meaning your walls, ceiling height, room width, furniture layout, and seating position all define what type of system will actually perform well. A small living room with a low ceiling? A compact soundbar with precise upward drivers will deliver breathtaking Atmos because the reflections have the perfect distance to bounce and return. A large open room with high ceilings? You'll get much better immersion with a soundbar that uses real rear speakers or virtual height processing, because height channels won't reflect accurately in wide or tall spaces. The second step is understanding your content. If you mostly watch cable TV or old YouTube videos, Atmos doesn't really matter. Almost none of those are mixed for 3D audio. But if you use Netflix, Disney+, Apple TV+, Amazon Prime Video, or 4K Blu-ray, then choosing a soundbar with Dolby Atmos plus Dolby True HD or Dolby MAT support matters, because this is where the real dimensional sound comes alive. The third step, and this is the one people skip, is calibration. Even the best soundbar will sound disappointing if you never adjust dialogue levels, channel height trim, subwoofer crossover, and listening distance. A 5-minute tune-up can completely change the reality of a room. This is where the magic happens. Atmos is not just volume, not just bass, not just clarity. It's placement of sound. It's motion of sound. It's sound shaping space. And when the room, content, and calibration come together, even a mid-range system can feel breathtaking, cinematic, theater-like, and deeply emotional in a way that specs on a box could never explain. So here's what I want you to take away from this video. You don't need the most expensive soundbar. You don't need the largest speaker system. You don't need every feature in the world. You simply need the right match for your space, your habits, and your listening style. And once you understand that, everything becomes simple. You choose calmly. You install intentionally. You tune thoughtfully. And suddenly, your living room isn't just a room anymore. It becomes a place where stories feel larger, music feels deeper, and worlds open up around you. That's what Dolby Atmos is supposed to be. Not branding, not marketing, experience. Before we close, let me say this. If this video helped you see things clearly, if it saved you from overspending, or from buying the wrong system, or from feeling disappointed later, then consider supporting this channel. Not with money, not with memberships. Just subscribe, because here you'll always get real, human, tested advice, not advertising influence. This channel is called Interface Craft, and our goal is simple: to help you build sound experiences that feel alive. No hype, no noise, just truth, clarity, and the joy of incredible audio. So if you want more guides like this, more straight talk, more deep comparisons, and more real-world explanations that actually help you make smart decisions, hit subscribe, because we're just getting started, and the next video is going to change the way you think about home theater forever. See you there.